Well, you know, I'm going to go straight back to the Beatles here, because there was a time when somebody wrote a thesis about Paul McCartney being dead, and Paul is dead. And if you played back the records, I'm very serious here, it's crazy, but if you played back the records, there was something which said Paul is dead. And so then they started to play back all manner of records, and of course we were going to be main candidates for it. And somebody said, oh, it says My Sweet Satan in it. And I thought, oh gosh, it's hard enough writing the music one way round rather than that way.
The Beatles ran for 8 years, and when one thinks of a song of theirs, Yesterday, which had all sorts of variations played upon it, do you think as musicians you'll be able to last as long as 8 years? Do you think you'll be inventive enough? You know, the old thing about being able to whistle a tune, being able to hum the tune as you go away, I don't think I could hum any of your stuff.
No, but I think it's changing. That's the main thing, you see. I think that's why the awards have changed, because the kids are changing for a start. And so is the music changing. I think, well, there's already a single out of Whole Lot of Love, an orchestra playing it, which is quite interesting, really. The flute plays what the lead vocal would do.
So you're saying that your fans don't necessarily want to whistle the tunes, to hum the tune, but they're much more sophisticated than, you know, my generation.
I think so. Not in that sense. I think these days that let's say the public, you know, it's not just say the kids, because we've had sort of all sorts of people at concerts, you know. I think that they're coming to listen to what you're playing and not just to look at you and see what you are. I mean, I remember when I was, let's go back a few years, when I first went to see the Beatles, because we've mentioned them a few times, it was to look at them, you know. It wasn't, you didn't really bother what you were listening to.
Yes.
And today, it's not what you are, it's what you're playing. And
well, this is interesting. We've heard that the personality cult is dead, but I'm still going to put one of those kind of questions. I mean, I wouldn't know whether you're a millionaire or not, but you must be quite rich now. What's it like having money?
Well, John's laughing because I think I must spend a good £5 a week, and I think goat and chicken food.
This is keeping your goats, yes,
right, yeah.
In Kidderminster.
Yeah.
But having paid for the goat bill, you've got a little bit left over, have you?
Oh, a few shillings and groats and so on. No, I think it all boils down to, well, it keeps boiling down. But, I mean, in our position, we've spent years and years on the road, sort of playing in little church halls and being beaten up and bricks thrown through the van windows and everything. And to have money at last is just another figure in my mind of mass acceptance, which is what we all work for. I mean, everybody, however much they like to deny the fact, really wants, in the end, to be accepted by the majority of people for being either a talent or a commodity, you know. I think that we've reached that stage now, and it's left to us to keep on coming up with something good, so as we'll be at the Melody Maker Poll Winners Awards, blah, blah.
Yeah, for a few years to come.
Yeah.
Robert Plant and John Bonham, thank you very much, and good luck with your 40,000 audience in Madison Square Garden in New York. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How much influence do you think that the Beatles exert on today's breakout of rock music generally?
I don't know about today. Certainly at the time, you know, it certainly a lot of change went down, a lot of social barriers. Again, were broken down, class barriers, even though it may have been resented afterwards, but nevertheless, they helped to do that. And over the years that they were very musically prominent and productive, and I think there's a classic example of a group who shows so much development and maturity within their music, within the years that they were together. I mean, let's face it, the early records aren't, you know, they're nothing to really write home about, but by the time they're at Magical Mystery Tour, I mean, it was really going somewhere, you know.